Hey there, it's Ken from DYC Studios, and today we are going to have a blast. Now, I've gotten a couple emails and messages that said, hey Ken, I really love the tech that you're showcasing, and I am really inspired, but I am just starting out as a streamer or a content creator or a podcaster, and I really want some cool tech that's not going to break my bank account. Now, I think this is a smart question. I'm glad that they wrote me and asked me these types of questions, because you know what, you don't have to go the expensive route, right? You can go the affordable route, and then you can grow into it and level up. Now, okay, I've done my research, and I think I have found the perfect microphone that you can get on a budget. This is a really awesome microphone, and I have it right here. What is it? It is the Fifine AM8 Dynamic Microphone. Now, we're going to cover this microphone today. You're going to get to see the specs for it. You're also going to get an audio test and hear what it sounds directly outside of the box. And this is a plug and play microphone, so there's no real setup for this. So this is even better for beginners, right? So we're going to check this out. But you know what? This is DYC Studios. We cannot let the fun stop there, right? What else could we do? What else could we talk about? Well, guess what? I have something else cool right here, and it is the BM38. It is the RGB Boom Arm stand from Fifine. And this is really cool because, you know what, even if you're a streamer or just a gamer, this looks really nice with those RGB lights going. So this will add a little fun and excitement to what you're creating or your gaming experience. So, are you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's dive in. I think the first thing we have to do is unbox that microphone, right? So again, here we have the Fifine AM8 Dynamic Microphone, and the box is pretty simplistic, but I love the design, the artwork on there. So it already tells you got the XLR feature port, you have the USB port, but on the side it gives you a little bit more information. For example, controllable RGB, gain control. It has a cardioid polar pattern, and then on this side it says clean and crisp sound quality. Tap to mute button, which comes in handy if you're streaming. Real-time monitoring jack for your headphones, which is really great. And just a really simplistic design. I think whoever designed this packaging is awesome. I love that right there. And this is really cool. And it does say it's compatible with Windows, Mac, PS4, and PS5, guys. Again, plug and play. You just pop it in and boom, you're going. It's awesome. That's cool. And I have heard that people have plugged this into their cell phones and into their iPads. So that could be worth trying out if you get this microphone. So let's open it up and see. All right. Give you guys a little looky-loo right here. So right here we have the information book on how to set it up. Now again, this is a plug and play mic. You can plug it directly in. So theoretically I could just toss this out the window and I don't even need it. It's that simple. But you know what? I'm going to hold on to this and look at it anyways, just in case. There's more information here that I might want to have. But for the most part, I think it's pretty easy and standard. And right here, this little round part right here. All right, so this is the base for your mic stand right there. All right, very cool. And I'm just going to set all this over to the side. We have the microphone right here. Let me just flip this around so you can see. So here is the AM8 right there. And this little button right here is how you control the RGB light. So you just tap it and boom, it changes colors. No applications, no apps running. Tap, 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 and it changes. That is really cool. You have your mic gain right there as well too. And you have your little dial right here, knob to adjust everything so you can monitor the sound with your headphones. All right, over here you have the tap to mute, which again, that comes in handy when you're streaming and somebody walks into the room, like your wife or your kids or your dog or your neighbor or Amazon or your DHL, whoever, whatever disrupts you, boom, tap to mute, right? On the bottom, you can see right there, we have the RGB, We also have the XLR port, we have the headphone jack, and we have the USB-C port right there. The other cool thing, guys, right here, this makes it even simpler. It has got a 3/8 and 5/8 thread right there, so you can pretty much put this on any stand or any mic arm or boom mic arm, and you're good to go. That's golden. Now you also have the cord right here. Look at this. And again, it's USB-C into the microphone. But check this out. Right there, you have a USB-A 2.0 port. And if you pull this off, you have the USB-C. Really cool. And it's connected. You're not going to lose the piece. That's awesome. I'm just going to pop that back on there, like so. Now this is really cool. Now my only wish is that it was a braided cord, but if that's the only thing that I can complain about so far, hey, we are golden. So awesome that that's included. Let's actually throw the mic on the base and take a quick peek, because this, again, if you're doing podcasting, very simple. You don't have to go out and buy a stand. It's already there. And check this out. Let's pull the pop filter off and see. Oh, look at that. How awesome. This is really, really cool. And it looks really high quality, man. I am super impressed. Just going to pop that back on there. I think now it's time to open up the Boom Arm stand and check that out. Well, I think we need to unbox the RGB BM38 Boom Arm stand. What do you guys think? Are you guys ready to unbox this? I sure am. Okay, so let's just unbox this right here. Pull this out. Ooh, and right there, right off the bat, we have the quick start guide. You know, again, for the most part, this is plug and play, man. You don't even really need this, so I could just toss this out the window, but I'm going to hold on to it just in case. Right? Ooh, right off the bat. Ooh, look at this. Right off the bat, we have the C stand right there that we're going to, C clamp that we're just going to tighten onto our desk and hook this up so it can stand. Really cool. I'm just going to hold on to that right there. Put that to the side so it's nice and safe. And let's pull out the arm. All right, guys. Wow, this looks really nice. I'm going to try to open this up without hitting myself in the skull. Normally, when I'm opening these, it's like boom, and it's just like whack. But this one seems pretty decent. Like it doesn't have any recoil. This is awesome. Look at this, guys. Wow, look at the RGB light track right there, and it's on both sides. How cool is that? And right here, you can attach your microphone. And supposedly this is fairly universal and work with any kind of microphone. So if you really love this stand, you don't necessarily need to get a new one in the future, right? And look at this. Look at the cord. It just like the mic itself, it has got the USB-A 2.0 adapter right there, and you can just pop that off, and right there is your USB-C. This is really good. You are good to go. This is awesome. And I like that, the cable is kind of built into the stand, so you don't have to worry about juggling cables. I mean, you already have enough cables already. So, hey, this is really cool. All right, it's time to set everything up, do an audio test, and give you those specs for that microphone. So I have the Fifine AM8 microphone plugged directly into the computer, and without any apps, without any software, it is already up and running. OBS found it in like a millisecond when I was putting it into OBS Studio. So that is really good. I like it. Also, you have the gain button right here. You can twist it and turn it. My voice pops a lot, so I have to always watch the gain on OBS to see how it is performing. And right there you have the button also to control your headphone if you're doing monitoring as well too. And below it you have tap to mute. So if my wife comes in and says, hey, if I'm streaming, and then I can click, you don't need to hear what she's talking about.
Hey,
but if I am recording, content, then most likely I would stop recording and re-record. But hey, that is what it is, right? But anyways, I like this. It is really cool. The thing that I want to talk about next is the arm before we go into the specs of the microphone. So right here we have the arm, and it is a little bit shorter than my normal boom arm, which I have on the back of the desk right there. But that's okay, because every desk is different. I have this massive desk that is an antique wooden desk that belonged to a law firm, and it was my wife's grandfather's. Now, I have it because it's got a massive amount of space, and I really need that space for my desk. I have so much stuff on here, you don't want to imagine what it looks like from the other side. But that is really cool. The only thing is, it doesn't really come with cable management, so I got some Velcro strips that I have from Amazon that I always have because, hey, guess what? If you're a computer nerd, you need to have a little bit of cable management, and having these Velcro things come in handy. So very easy to change colors. All you got to do, there's a button right here. Just click and, ooh, look at this. Ooh, this looks kind of like a Tetris thing. Right now it's filling up with red. I wonder if it's going to change to a different color. Boom, blue, nice. Click it again. All right, I bet that's going to breathe into a different color or something. Yeah. And ooh, that one looks like a little bit kind of confetti. Now, I think this really brings a new depth to, like, if you're streaming, and it just makes gaming more immersive and fun and cool, right? So if you're streaming and you get the lights going up, it looks really awesome for the viewer, I think, to see. And I think that's a lot of fun. And there's just a whole bunch of these. You could click through these. I saw like earlier that there's like a little confetti thing that's even smaller and tighter right there. And yeah, it's really nifty, all the different patterns. So it's just finding what colors you like the best. And maybe you just feel like in a different mood, and one day you want green, maybe you want blue, maybe you want rainbow, maybe you want the little Tetris-y effect going. Same way with the mic, very easy. Right here is a button. You just click it and you have different colors. Now, it might not show up 100% super on my computer right now, what you're watching in the video, because I have these lights and it kind of bleeds them out. But right now you can see the color pretty fine, and I think that is really, really nice. Now, I want to give you the specs for the microphone, and for me it's easier just to read those, that way I don't make a mistake. So I'm going to read those to you, that way you know what this mic is offering up, what it's putting on the table. So its element is a dynamic element, which you've already established. The polar pattern, like I said, is a cardioid, and so watch how you place your microphone and watch for the dead areas. Always look at your stats on OBS Studio to find how your mic is hitting, right? It's very important, okay? It does have the RGB control, which is really awesome. Again, no app needed, just tap and it's boom, it's there. That is really cool. The output we've already discussed. It's got a USB-C on the end right here, and with the wire it has a USB A 2.0, and you pull that cap off and it goes into USB-C. So it's versatile like that. I love it. Also, you have the XLR as well too, so you can plug that into an audio mixer, and that is really awesome. In fact, I think Fifine actually has a really good one of those. And from my understanding, you can either just plug the mic into your PlayStation 4 or 5 or your cell phone and it works, or, you know, what have you. Okay. I think you can even plug their mixers into the PlayStation. Not 100% sure, but I think so. Okay. Other cool things about it is that the power consumption is 5 volts plus or minus 0.25 volts. The bit depth sample rate is 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz to 48 kilohertz. Your frequency response is 50 hertz to 16 kilohertz. The SN ratio is greater than 80 decibels. The sensitivity is -50 plus -3 decibels. The weight, it's pretty light. It's like 1 kilogram, so that's next to nothing. The mic also comes in black, white, and pink, and I believe the arm does too. And so guys, you want to hear something cool about the arm? I don't have the arm plugged into my computer right now. I have it plugged into a power bank because I personally am running out of ports on my computer. And so I was like, wonder if I could plug this into a power bank. And I can tell you, it is not taking up energy from the power bank. So that is really cool that I can run that microphone from the power bank itself. Wow. So to me, this microphone is like a perfect thing for people that are, you know, looking for something basic, something that, you know, is not going to break the bank, something that is affordable, and that's really cool. Now, I am going to put the Amazon links to the mic and to the stand
in the description on YouTube. That way you can find them, use my links. That makes me happy. I really never get anything anyways out of it, but it's nice to know that it's there. That way you can find the products, or you can visit the Fifine website as well too, and you're going to find all their products on their website, which is really awesome. Let me know in the comments below if you like this mic. What do you think? Does it sound good for an affordable mic? I would love to hear your feedback. And if you guys have questions regarding the mic, feel free to ask. I'll try to answer everything the best that I can. That way you guys can be informed, empowered, and you guys can really create some awesome content or what have you, or have fun gaming. So guys, enjoy and let me know what you thought of this microphone.